over. Everyone get out.
Hello tankers and tankettes, and welcome to a bit of live recorded Armoured Warfare. I figured it's been a little while since I actually put any footage of this on the channel, and I'm just going to sit down and play some scumbags, because the scumbags are a bit different in this game. And although this wasn't quite the video I had intended to have up today, I had planned to do an Armoured Warfare video at some point, you know, around about now anyway. So basically I've run out of time on the other thing I was trying to do, so we're going to do this instead. So I'm going to do some PvP, which is unusual for me. Mostly I've been doing PvE, and I've actually almost got my first regular tier 6, and I just need more credits basically. And the thing is, by far the best way to get credits is to play PvP rather than PvE. PvE is not bad for grinding the XP on the tanks that you need, but in terms of actual credit rewards, PvP just pays even so much better. However, this is not a preview, this is just a regular tank, so we'll see how we go with this. Now, one of the things that has held me back from playing the PvP is, well, I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm just a bit burned out on that generally anyway, and the PvE is the thing about this that makes it kind of more stand apart from World of Tanks, apart from the era of vehicles as well, obviously, and all the other little differences. Well, not so little actually, some of them are fairly significant differences, but yeah, I decided that we'll give it a go, because playing artillery in PvE at the moment is a little bit risky to say the least. Jingles actually did a video himself not that long ago, and he talked about Tau on certain maps. If you take an artillery in it's basically committing suicide, because you get multiple enemy arties that just kind of insta-focus you. However, what we're going to do is we're going to play the artillery mini-game, and I might get to shoot some other tanks as well. But basically how it goes, and let's hope the sound doesn't bug out, because I have been having sound issues. It's half the time you're shooting at enemy tanks, but you're also having to shoot at arty as well, because of course, if you don't know by now, what happens is when enemy arty fires, or when you fire, a little trace shows up on the mini-map, and so this is where the mini-game comes in, because you're half the time counter-batterying. And if you get one of the artillery with an autoloader, well, you can sit there and pump out the shells, but after 3 shots in rapid succession, they're going to know exactly where you are. However, this is not an autoloader, and one of the reasons why I'm playing this is because it's one of the vehicles where you unlock a commander. So there's always a reason to like play, and there we go, you can see the traces there, to play most classes of vehicles in this game, because the equipment that you can unlock, the commanders that you can unlock, a lot of them are tied to artillery. So I'm going to fire a move, and I probably didn't give enough anything for that one. In fact, we should probably move more down towards this is the entire team along here. I don't want to be caught out by a tank that comes up behind and goes hello and shoots me, because if a tank gets up close when you're in artillery, it's not going to go well for you, which is probably entirely true to real life as well. Right, let's aim on this guy. Now he's actually got a warning that I'm firing, but oh my god, I did some damage, but not a lot. But he's kind of trying to take cover there. Right, so that's both. Oh, there we go, he was there. And stop and aim, put off a shot. Now you'll notice the aim time on this is a hell of a lot quicker than in World of Tanks. Well, just the nature of artillery in this is a lot different. It's more of a small, you know, chipping away, doing a bit of damage. Now I think he was there, but I think he's moved. So we're going to get a shot on. No. Navigating the mini-map while you're in arty view is still a bit on the tricky side. Oh, he's moving, but I might. No, okay, he'll be well out of that. You have to, yeah, you have to account for the fact that your shells are travelling fairly slowly. It's not that hard to avoid artillery in this game. You get warning that you're being targeted, and am I stuck against the back line? Oh, there we go. And of course their arty is having to play a game with your arty, as it were. Right, our arty just destroyed a Sheridan, and that was just a complete guess, but I don't think there was anything there. We're basically moving up with the team, so if they decide to go around and cap... Oh, I'm spotted. Yeah, they're capping. Rip. Yeah, though this is a bit of a, you know, you can have a different game and different mechanics, but you can't necessarily stop people having a lemming train party, which is basically what's happening in this game. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, you fired from up here somewhere. I really haven't done a lot of damage, but then I've not played a lot of artillery full stop. So unless somebody basically goes back, we're gonna get capped out. You know, there's the OF. I don't really have a shot for now. No. Oh, and there's an LAV 300 who probably is going to kill me. Well, I might be alright though, we'll see. I'll back up and see if I can get some shots. Yeah, the team is responding with cat-like reflexes. I mean, this is part of the reason why I don't do a lot of the PvP anyway, is because, you know, the teams are not necessarily the best, they're just as bad. So I got a hit in, he actually missed me. He's got a guy behind him, but they're about to win by cap in about 20 seconds. So, yeah, it's like, if I want this frustration, I can have this frustration in World of Tanks with vehicles that I'm far more familiar with, that kind of thing. I'm trying to back up here, but no, I'm going to drown if I back out any further. That would be, you know, stereotypical. Typical RT driver tries to drown himself, even in this game. So yeah, we basically ignored quite a lot of them out. They just drove around the north and capped, and that was that. So we'll try that again. I don't think I did more than a couple of hundred damage in this one. We'll see what the results are like. Probably not great, but it might be enough XP to unlock a thing. Although, given this wasn't a daily, given this wasn't a win, probably not. 286 damage, yeah, that was not particularly impressive. I do have the smoke shells unlocked, but I don't have technology retrofit slot unlocked yet. This is the commander here, by the way. This one is apparently worth having, so this is why I'm playing this artillery to begin with. So I'll give that another go. We might get to use a smoke round or something this time, but that's kind of like situational. I mean, they can be useful, the smoke rounds, and I think they're actually more useful in PvE if you need to shield your allies. Although, like I've said, artillery in PvE is a very dicey proposition these days. Anyway, as you can see, there's actually a reasonable number of people queuing up, but by far the most people are in MBTs. But compared to, in fact, tank destroyers, there's not that many people, but AFVs and artillery seem to be around about constant. But the thing is, the matchmaking won't let too many artists get into a game, so even though it's limited compared to what it used to be in World of Tanks when there was literally no artillery limit, it's even more limited still in this game. So if an artillery starts picking on you, yeah, that can be annoying, but it's unlikely to be as potentially instantly fatal, and you get warning that it's coming, and worst case scenario, you know, they might whittle away some of your health, and if you're low health, then they might even kill you. But if you're in that kind of state, anything might kill you anyway, basically. So yeah, it all comes down to skill, a lot more so than in World of Tanks, I have to say. There's just so much RNG in artillery in World of Tanks, and just the nature of artillery in World of Tanks means it's yeah, it's kind of dice throws for everybody. If you get lucky, then hooray! If you don't get lucky and artillery one-shots you, then yes, you get to be sour about life. There's actually one of the replays in the video that's hopefully going to go up tomorrow, as this is going out, where it was on NA, and I basically, I don't want to spoil it too much, but in my Tier 5 Churchill 3, I ended up getting two-shotted by a Tier 5 artillery, which was, yes, and that was not a very good game for me, but you'll see from that particular replay, it's not about me. It's not about me at all. Anyway, you will notice, by the way, I've got chat turned off completely. I've turned that off, obviously, in World of Tanks as well, and I'm kind of doing it in warships, but you can't, there's no global setting in warships. It's literally just turning it off every single battle, which gets a bit annoying after a while. I don't know why that isn't a global setting in warships. It's been a global setting in World of Tanks for a while now. In fact, it was one of the things that Victor Kisley was talking about at Tankfest, was that was something he personally had pushed for, that he'd wanted the ability to turn off the chat, because, you know, he's got a family himself, and he plays World of Tanks with his kids, and he doesn't want his kids to read some of the horrible things people say in chat, so he wanted the ability to turn that off. And so, oh, hello, meant to do that. Well, that's one way to confuse the enemy, as to your position. So yeah, the fact that that's been in World of Tanks for a while, you'd think, yeah, it'd be pretty trivial to add that to World of Warships, but apparently not. Right, anyway, never mind. Let's... Oh, where are you going? Let's back up, back up, back up. A little bit of splash. The first game wasn't particularly good, but I think hopefully I will be feeling a little bit better now, because I've not played artillery in this game for a while. It's not something I play very frequently. But it's probably going to be a quicker grind than if I try and do it in PvE. Right, so this starship should be... He's relatively in the open. He's backing up. What are you doing, sir? No, he's being a little bit... Oh, hello? Oh, why isn't the minimap coming up? Oh, no. Wait, what? Okay, I don't know why my minimap's not coming up there when I was... There we go, pressing control. That was odd. I was pressing control and it wasn't working. Because I wanted to do this. I wanted to see the enemy arty. Repositioning. Let's try that. See, you can't just sit still. You can't. You will get nailed by enemy arty if you sit still. And again... Oh, that was a good guess on his part. Okay, at least one of them is looking like solely in my direction, trying to kill me basically. And the thing with that the RT in this game is it doesn't have a lot of splash, so unless you get directly hit, and you don't have a lot of health, but you can survive a couple of splashes even with the mini game going on. You're backed up to a rock, and oh, I think I just shot a rock myself. Yep. That's another RT being counter-batteried, and that's another rock. This game is very good if you want to identify rocks. Right. Could be a little confusing when you get the kind of the mismatch almost between the way you're looking and the orientation of the minimap, and you've got to realise which way is which essentially. Right, I can't tell if I don't think we're winning somehow looking at this. Nope. No luck there. And artillery really is a kind of a... It's kind of about harassment more than anything else. You're not gonna be... Like, it's a support class. And that's what ideally it should be in World of Tanks as well. The nature of the thing, the indirect fire, the fact that you can... sit and blast people, and it's still the same. You can sit and blast people half the map away, but that's like, well, that's how really it should be in World of Tanks. Is a support class instead of, I think I've put it in the past, a horrifically unreliable primary damage deal. Oh, hello, frame rate went a bit wonky there. So it's really like, okay, there's a pinpoint for enemy arty, but we're going to try and help out this guy here because he's in trouble. Although I think the entire team's in trouble. Oh yeah, I actually got 2 tanks damaged there. Oh, hello. That's Bagel Panzer. And I ripped. Oh well. Yeah, he was able to just sneak up and kill him. This team is... Look at this, we've killed 1 tank. Yeah, the teams aren't necessarily better in Armoured Warfare. But I think if you're a good player, you can probably... have more of an impact, you can do more, because the nature of the game, the mechanics of the game mean that RNG is much reduced, so that your chances of your skill having an effect are greatly increased. Of course, there's still no skill-based matchmaking or anything of that nature in this game, so the RNG of what teammates you get lumped in with, as it were, still very much in effect, but you can't do anything about that. Maybe at some point they'll do some kind of... I don't even know. I don't know if they've even considered doing some kind of like skill-based anything, even if it's something like the current ranked season that's going on in World of Warships. And you could maybe work a skill-based matchmaker into that somehow, for instance. But for the time being, no, I don't think they've got any plans. So this is literally the last guy. We've killed one tank, but I did a lot more damage this time. I may even have done a little bit of blind damage, although I don't think so, unless I got lucky with one of the enemy arties. So yeah, another reason why I play a lot of PvE is it's a lot more predictable. Although they have tried to change it up a bit. They have tried to semi-randomise tank spawn points, which has made, on the hard difficulty, it has made some of the missions very tricky now indeed. I mean, Red Opossum, for instance, the one where you're on the island refinery, that always was on the tricky side. But these days, unless everybody's really pulling together, you just get quite easily... Oh, okay. We had a lot of people that didn't even do... I was fifth on damage. Okay, 845, so it was just 845, but still, that was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad result. We had the bottom third of the team doing literally 0 damage. This guy did 23 damage. So, practically 0 damage. I don't know. I don't know. We'll give this one more go. We might have enough for an upgraded, like... we can get the technology retrofit slot, so we'll get that. Sure, why not? And we'll see what we can put in that to enhance the performance even more. Let's see, I've got a thermal sleeve at the moment, experimental propellant, and technology slot. So I can get plus 5% cruise skill, vision range component saves. I don't actually have that one available. Augmented optics. I don't think vision range is very useful. Capture rate's not very useful. Crew skill and component saves. I think we'll go with intercom system. The extra 5%. It's not particularly expensive for this rank, and why won't it let me? No, it. You might be able to hear on the microphone the furious clicking. I'm not quite sure why it won't let me put the thing in the technology retrofit slot. I don't know. I did actually unlock that, right? Yes. Okay. Right. I think we might be having a little garage interface bug here. But okay then. Well, never mind. We can do that later. Not that important. But still, it's a little bit annoying. So, yeah. Let's give this one last go. Maybe we'll even get a win. Maybe. Miracles might happen. Now, I will say there is one of the reasons why like I can't criticize the teams too much, because I don't really know the maps in PvP. I've played PvE enough that I recognise some of the maps, but of course in PvE you're rarely playing with a full map. You're usually playing with portions of a map, and there's a whole kind of PvP meta that honestly I just don't know about. I know when I have done some like non-arty PvP games, I tend to just kind of sit at the back and not really know what's going on, because I don't know the maps, and that's a quite a big thing, is the map knowledge. And if I was playing this more, then obviously I would get to know the maps, but I don't know. I don't have that urge. I don't have that urge to play more PvP at the moment. I just don't. So here we go, Cold Strike. This is one I've been on many a time in PvE, and it's one of the easier PvE missions, if you don't completely screw it up, where you've got to defend a bridge. As long as you've got at least 1 or 2 MBTs with you, then it's not too difficult on the hard difficulty, even with a group of random people. But on the oh no, wait, it's this map. Well, I'm thinking of a different map then. Well, okay, never mind. Just ignore everything I just said, because I was thinking of entirely a different map. I was thinking of the one where... I mean, this is one with bridges, but I was thinking of the one where you have to go and blow up a bridge at one end, and... I don't know. Anyway, I can't think what that's called now if it's not called Cold Strike. I don't know the names of the maps either, apparently. Not that it's that important. Can't remember the names of the maps half the time in World of Tanks either. I've been playing that for like 3 years now. So, anyway. I do have one... Oh, hello. You're just firing randomly already, apparently. I do have one kind of criticism of Armoured Warfare at the moment, and that is that they tend to... I mean, understandably, they're trying to tempt people away from World of Tanks to play their game, but they haven't quite figured out, marketing-wise, how they want to present themselves other than, hey, look, we're not World of Tanks. Except we kind of are, but we aren't really. And it's a bit like, if you're just going to continuously mention World of Tanks and reference World of Tanks when you're trying to market yourself, I think that's going to ultimately be a bit counterproductive. The thing has got to stand on its own, as it were. Right. No. Are you actually coming straight through? Let's try there. Oh, got a little bit of a splash, but not quite enough lead. Well, that's a 10p90 up there somewhere, if I can find where the heck I am on the map. Oh, let's see if we can't... Oh, and... Whoa, hello. The minimap rather bugged out there. That was interesting. What if he's driven behind the rock or something? No. No. Mr. Sneaky Artillery Man. And I just got spotted because there's a scorpion at our base. Wait, what? Wait, what? Run away! You were sneaky. You were very sneaky. Good lord. Run away! Run away! Seriously, that's the scorpion that drove through the cap point earlier. No, he's coming for me. He's ignoring the guy shooting him in the ass. I think he's trying to come for me. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, he is coming for me. However, I think he shot me in the track, so... Oh. 6, there we go. Oh, God, ow. That was the other arty. One possibly a swing fire? No, that was the other arty. Yeah, well, that was unfortunate. That guy was super sneaky. Right, so, I'm a bit low health now. That scorpion, though, that was a little bit of a failure of the team. It was like, oh, surprise scorpion! He got our other arty, he nearly got me. And it's not so bad if you lose both your arties, but when you're actually in the arty, yeah, it's, I don't know. Be nice if I didn't die. If I didn't rip. If I could get a win, that'd be really nice. Anyway, oh, hello. He got super pinpointed. He's just, like, hiding under the bridge, which is very sneaky. Can possibly try and splash him a little. Yeah. Get some sweet, sweet vengeance. Well, they still have both their arties there. Right? At least one's hiding under that pillar. There's also, I know there's a bunch of tank destroyers that are there and probably going to come up behind fairly soon, so I don't know if I necessarily want to sit here. I might actually want to go down on the riverbed because then I might have sight of... Oh, stop to fire that arty first. Oh, where were you? Oh, there's the M109. Get a direct hit on this guy if I'm lucky. Boom, there we go. Let's get down here. So I'm not gonna get line of sighted by any of those tank destroyers coming around. Right, this guy's gonna be here again probably. I'm sure there's all kinds of like sneaky artillery spots on these maps that I just don't know about because I don't play PvE so much. No shots on the Dragoon. We might still have a chance of winning this one, although it's looking like it's against us at the moment. But hey, that's the perils of recording anything live, is that you never know. It might end up being 3 victories in a row, it might be 3 losses in a row. It's the same with live streaming, and I think that's part of the attraction of live streaming, is that it's all so unscripted and it just all happens as it happens, pretty much. And this is, you know, not quite live streaming, which I can do these days, but the attraction of doing these over live streaming still is the fact that I can upload these at higher quality than I can live streaming. And the downside is, well, Caption Guy gets his sticky mitts on them, but you can't have it all, I suppose. Right, can I'll keep the gun pointed that way. Oh, there's the Gvostica. Is he still... He's just hiding under the bridge. I have done some damage to him. Right, there we go, he's dead. Oh, we might win this. Right, oh. Might get into a position where I can... Oh, okay, there Jarlo's going for... Or our Jarlo's going for their Jarlo. See if we can give an assist. I'll get a sneaky kill secure. No. Okay, never mind. Well, I've managed to live. Which is not nothing. Oh, I just lost a guy. No, I don't quite have an angle there. This is on a knife edge right now. Oh, there you go. Bridge is in the way. See if we can't at least splash him. No. Right, I don't have to worry about moving anymore, actually. All their arties are dead. It's just these 10p90s. Are they all platooned up? No, it was on sale, so it's possible it's just a bunch of people that bought them on sale. Oh. I actually bought one myself, but I haven't played it yet. This is a decent little machine. Nope. He's made a getaway. This guy here, the guy that was there, hasn't been seen in a while, but is... Okay, we've just... He's just killed one, so it's just these two 10p90s left. It's worth firing off a smoke round or something. I don't know how smoke rounds work exactly, because I might just end up obscuring my own allies' kind of, you know, field of view. We'll try it. I'll put a smoke round out. I want to see what happens when you put out a smoke round. And also, you know, the swing fire's going for it, so maybe it gave him a little bit of cover. I don't know if that was beneficial or not. That was just me wanting to see what happens when you fire a smoke round, pretty much. Right, oh. This thing doesn't... it's not so nippy, but hey, it's an artillery. It's not a race car. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. Well, we lost one, but they lost one, but we lost another one. So it's the Leo with not much health. Me with, like, yeah, nothing. And this other 10p90 is... I don't know where. But if he's along here somewhere, I don't think I can actually hit him right now. That's a problem. Can get some shots. Oh, a tree went over. So he's there somewhere. He is along that back line. That's still, you know, that's still information, just important information, just as it is in World of Tanks. If you knock a tree over, an artillery quite possibly will. See, there he is. Oh, he's coming behind you and he's got loads of health. And I actually have no shots right now. Damn it. But the thing with the 10p90 is it's pretty fast. Right, so, rip. I'm never going to one-shot this guy. He's just going to kill me if he sees me. So I think we're going to lose this one as well. But at least it's going to have been quite close. But I really haven't done a lot of damage. I think the last one was my high point in terms of damage dealt. Right, this question is, which way is he going to come? Right, we'll just back up behind a bush. Try and whack this guy before our inevitable demise, because there's not a lot we can do about it. I think we're going to run out of time on this battle soon as well. Where do I even see the timer? I don't know. It's somewhere. It might be hiding behind my FPS counter, maybe. Oh, there we go. It's right in the middle. There's still actually 5 minutes of this game left. I could go and try and find this guy. I mean, that's death for sure. I definitely won't get a shot off if I try that. So, I don't know. Do we want a quick defeat or a slow defeat? Or maybe I should just wrap the video up here because we know it's a loss. So, yeah, okay. We'll do that then. We'll do that. I've been going for, wow, half an hour already. Wow. Doesn't feel like that long. So, yeah, Armoured Warfare. It's still ticking along nicely. I will reiterate what I've said on the live stream several times in that if you're looking at one of the tanks and thinking, oh, that looks interesting, maybe I'll give that a go, I think you'd be better off trying Armoured Warfare. I think it's more friendly for the newcomer, especially in terms of the matchmaking and the way that the vehicles are balanced. Because World of Tanks, you get to tier 3 and suddenly it dumps you in with a +2, you know, against tier 5s. And a lot of the tier 3s and a lot of the tier 4s just can't cope with +2 matchmaking. And some of the tier 5s, you know, for every tier, there are those that are considered really bad, and generally it's the machines that just do not cope with full two-tier matchmaking, but are in the game anyway as they are. And Armoured Warfare does not have that problem. The only way you can get more than +1 matchmaking is if the matchmaking is struggling to find sufficient tanks, and then it'll widen the net, and at that point you might start seeing higher tiers than you would normally. But otherwise, and there's less RNG, the matchmaking's kinda, there's PvE, that's a big draw for a lot of people. So I would say on the whole it is certainly worth your time if you're considering either or. Although if you've got a specific interest in, say, World War II vehicles, then sure, World of Tanks is probably going to be the one you'll want. But anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this bit of Armoured Warfare scumbag action, and if you have, you can leave any comments below, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel, and as always, stay tuned for more.